This week's episode was okay. I mean, it was interesting, I guess. It wasn't that episode 6 of this season, it feels like is the best episode so far. These other ones, they just kind of boring. But anyways, this episode is basically Eclipso messing with Rick and Beth, and that's about it, really. It's just so the beginning, that woke teacher shows up and is telling him that, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a woke idiot, and I need to enforce my values on people. I didn't realize that you were actually smarter than me." So just a bunch of crap. And next we go to Rick is back in the forest feeding Grundy again, and he's telling him about, he's tired of his life and blah blah blah, and I'm your only friend now, and him and Grundy are basically like friends now. So Courtney is trying to figure out how to get Yolanda back, and she's asking them, and then there's a ring at the door, and Yolanda gives her back the mask and everything, and she's like all bummed out. So here we are with our alpha team member here, Google Glasses, messing around, and the original Dr. Midnight is I guess he's in that Shadowlands place where he's talking to her again, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on? Separate Eclipso, all this." Let me cut back to Rick and Solomon Grundy hanging out. More bonding time. So I mean, there's just so much boring crap on this episode. So Courtney's all bummed out and upset about Wildcat, and then the staff is screwed up, and she can't get it to heal, and So here's where we start Eclipso messing with them. So this is Eclipso doing this. So they sit down, and she's like expecting them to tell them they're going to get back together, but the parents are like, "Oh no, we're getting divorced because of you, and we hate you, and all of this." So she didn't catch on at first that this is an ongoing thing with this Eclipso guy. So they know this guy exists. They know he's messing with them. But Courtney seems to be the only one who sees this overall. I mean, Yolanda, she didn't catch on. Beth didn't catch on. You'll see later what happens with Rick. I mean, okay, so Rick goes back to his car, and on the radio they're saying, this is all Eclipso again, by the way. There's a bear killing people, and there's some 10-year-old girl missing or something, and they think the bear killed her. And then these guys are out here going crazy, like, "Oh, we're going to kill a bear," and all this. And okay. So Rick calls Courtney and Pat here, and they're coming back, and they're trying to find Grundy with her, and I mean it's pretty messed up. So Beth goes back to the house. Here's Eclipso sitting in the house. Now this made me laugh because this is the viewer speaking right here. This is what I've been saying. He's telling her what I've been saying the last season and up till now is like, do you realize like you don't do anything? You're just Google Glasses. Like this is your whole thing. You don't do nothing else. You're just a smartphone with glasses. So Beth gets all butthurt and she's like, she finally figures it out. Like, oh, you're Eclipso. So she starts chasing him through the house, and they're it's just, oh. Okay, here we come to the funniest moment. I think I might just clip this scene because this was hilarious. So Beth finally confronts him, and she's like, "You're Eclipso, aren't you?" And all this, and the kid's like, why are you so fat? You're just a stereotype. You don't do anything. You're worthless, and all basically everything what I've been saying. I'm sorry if this offends people. It has nothing to do with her being black. It's that her character is shit. Like I don't. They need to revamp this character and make it have better powers and stuff. So her response is to be a woke idiot and tell him you're a racist because he called her fat. So he chucks her in the thing there, the dressing room or whatever. So then we cut to Rick, and he's running around, and these guys are like, "Oh, something attacked us. You better get the hell out of here," and all this. So Rick runs off, and so when Eclipso throws her in the closet, she ends up here. And there's Starman and the original Wildcat, the original Hourman, and they're like, "Oh, who are you? You're an idiot. You're worthless," and all this. And yeah, she unfortunately is. She can't do nothing. Oh, the other point I wanted to bring up. Okay, so if you're gonna be a superhero, okay, and you're gonna fight people like Eclipso and mutant people that can shoot ice out of their hands, and a dragon guy, and just insane people with like powers. If you're going to be, I wouldn't say she's morbidly obese, but I would say at least work out or do something, because you're not going to stand much of a chance if you're not in shape, because it's just survival of the fittest. It's just nature. If she got into an actual fist fight and everything, she'd be out of breath and up and up and so I have to side with Eclipso on there. Is that Beth could stand to lose a few pounds, and I'm not body shaming or none of this woke garbage crap they tell you. She's supposed to be a superhero, and she's a big fatty. She's not obese, but she needs to definitely lose some weight. So Rick calls. Let me find it here. Rick calls Pat and Courtney, and they're out there looking for Rick and Solomon Grundy. So Rick finds him, and there's a dead girl in the water. Let's see if I can. Yeah, there's this dead girl in the water. This is all Eclipso doing this. This is not Grundy. This is not a real girl. So Rick freaks out, and he starts chasing Grundy, and Grundy leads him back to his house. Next, we have Courtney and Pat, where they find the dead girl, and they get her out of the water and all this, and she's wasn't even dead or there. It's just Eclipso created her to as a decoy or whatever, because she blinks her eyes and disappears. So there was never a dead girl. Just Eclipso once again messing with him, and the only genius of the team is Courtney, apparently, at this point. So Rick gets back home, and him and Grundy are fighting, and he's beating the hell out of Grundy and all of this, and Then we're back to this nonsense with Beth again, and Eclipso. On, I, uh, come on. Well, basically, Eclipso appears in person, and he's just flat out tells her like, "You're nobody," and all this, and here he is. So he appears, and he's telling her the same routine, and just going on and on and on about the same thing. Just you're useless and da da da. So she's like, I'm Google Glasses, and I'm going to use this, and I'm also a black person. Deal with it. Deal with my blackness. Do. Come at me, bro. And then he charges at her, and she disappears because he puts the glasses on, and the glasses apparently nullify Eclipso's powers. Finally, after 8 episodes and an entire first season, Beth has a purpose. It's a miracle. So Courtney ends up having to stun Rick with the staff, and he flies off. And then it turns out that Rick wasn't fighting Grundy. It was his idiot dad, who's a fucking loser. I mean, I have no sympathy that this loser's dead. He's an asshole. He beats Rick, and he's just a piece of shit. So I have no sympathy, but Eclipso made him kill him, so that was that. So Rick smashes the hourglass, and Courtney loses Hour Man. So we're down to Courtney, Stripe, Beth, I still think is there, and we've lost Hour Man and Wildcat. So we've got 3 people. Courtney and Stripe are worth a damn. Beth is, I guess, good for finding Eclipso or knowing if he's messing with them. So, okay, here we go. This is the scene I was telling you. So he's like, "Come here, fat black girl. I hate you." And da 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 da. And you're worthless, and you're just Google Glasses. And no, I'm a powerful black man, and da da da. And I'm gonna show you how black I am. And I chose to be Dr. Midnight. I chose to be Google Glasses girl. And then he tries to charge her and disappears because she put the glasses on, and the original Midnight is like, "Oh yeah, it exposes his bullcrap," and da. So Rick gets arrested. So that's it for Hour Man. I gotta hand it to this Eclipso guy, man. This Eclipso guy is like, boy. Imagine this guy going against the Avengers. I mean, he would have made Ultron and Thanos look like Swiss cheese. I mean, he's taken out 2 team members, even got one to smash their power and reject it. Pretty wild. So Grundy realizes he's screwed and he's not going to get fed anymore. So Beth is officially, something happens here. I forget. It says something like, database updated or some crap. Anyway, I think she's officially Dr. Midnighter, even though he's alive. Dr. Midnighter, or Dr. Midnight, or whatever, is just, I don't know. I think if they free the original one out, I think he's going to be even worse than her. It's just I don't know. Well, let me ask you this. What if Courtney wore the glasses, or Pat, or the brother. You see what I mean? It doesn't matter who wears the glasses. It does the same thing. It's like my laptop I'm on here. If I gave my laptop to somebody to use, they could still use it. I just have to give them the pin or whatever, but they could still use it. Anybody could use the laptop. There's nothing unique about this. I can go on. That character it's so shitty. I wish they would really make it better, but at least she has somewhat of a point now in the show, whereas before she didn't have none. So her parents come home and they're like, "Oh, welcome home." And she's like, "Oh, no, I've been with you all day." And then she realizes it was Eclipso messing with her. That's basically it. So we go back to Courtney's mom and another useless person, and they have a lovey-dovey moment, and I'm not really sure. Okay. Why isn't it showing me? Well, anyways, okay, here we go. It's showing this like Icicle is coming back from the dead or something. I don't know, but I don't know. Not one of their better episodes. I'm really starting to think that they spent all their money on episode 6 so far, because I mean it was interesting with Eclipso, I guess, but like I said, Beth is pointless still. I mean, she has somewhat of a purpose, but still overall is And then Rick's going to jail now, so no more Hour Man, and then he smashed the thing on top of it, so I just don't understand why they make the character so stupid. Like, you would have thought that when Rick saw that, he would have like gone, "Oh, it was Eclipso doing this," or Courtney would have said, "It's Eclipso, it's not him, it's the." But no, they just stand there in shock, and then he smashes it. She just looks at it. Like, I don't know, not their best moment. So my gut feeling is that the original Hour Man's going to show up, and I don't know what's going to happen with the staff. I'm assuming he'll heal the staff or something, and I don't know what's going to happen with Courtney. But I think Green Lantern, or whatever her name is gonna. Yeah, Green Lantern is gonna come back and save their asses. I think that's what's gonna. I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen, because their team is just dwindling down here. If you look back at season 1, the ISA is pretty stupid if you think about it, because they should have. I mean, look what Eclipso has done. The ISA couldn't even kill one of them, the new team, anyways, and they, man, I mean, I see why Cindy let him loose, because, man, he really fucked shit up, man. He's taken 2 of them down already. I don't know. So all that's left is Courtney at this point. I mean, he's got Wildcat down. He's got Hour Man down. Beth is still here. It's just Stargirl. Courtney's the last one, so I don't know. Guess we'll see. This was an episode. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.